So she is going to introduce you to North Bay Poetics. She was good enough to also create some flyers you can take home and make airplanes with and utilize the information on. And then she's going to read and introduce the next poet.
Alrighty.
Oh, well, I'm going to introduce the next poet.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, but you do.
Alright. So North Bay Poetics was something that came out of COVID because there was a chapbook collective that I belonged to. We were going to write poetry, make a chapbook, exchange our chapbooks. But I said, you can't have something like that without a social side. And I said, let's do this. And we did it. We started this, another person and I started this on Zoom. And guess what? It's now a really big thing. North Bay Poetics. Come. It's free. If you write poetry, or even if you don't, you want to read something. We have open mics and we have wonderful speakers. That's on the third Tuesday of the month at 3 o'clock on Zoom. I'm going to start today with a poem for my friend Diane because her husband inspired it.
Was not expecting that.
Shoestring theory. Your foot strikes the ground running, the force of the stomp 7 times gravity, whipping your knotted laces forward, your tethers to the earth. They stretch and relax in response and loosen your ties, your swinging leg an inertial force of its own against those swinging ends and loops. All too soon, the knot binding you fails. Scientists say you need both the impulsive force at the base of your knot and the pulling force at your twisting loops and frayed ends for complete knot failure. Is their hypothesis then to bind securely, to double knot your life, never pull on loose ends? Or shall you risk the avalanche effect? Laces loosening, flying unshackled, fully teasing out the exhilarating adventure of life and death. We were on a hike. Okay, I have 3 chapbooks. This is the one that spawned North Bay Poetics. I tend to write about nature, global warming, memoir, and people I've known. This is nature. The dilemma of the quercus, or oak erotica. You elongate your catkins, male flowers dangled from the tips of your naked limbs in seduction of the wind before spring unfurls your pink or chartreuse canopy. Your few females tuck up at the crook, nondescript, awaiting the ecstasy of pollen. Monacious, yet self-incompatible, you must count on your distant relations standing near, and the hillsides abreeze in ochre, or the powdered buzz of native bees to deliver the yellow dust that pollinates life into your acorns to grow fine new trees. Thank you. Little Palace of Illness. This is all about my relationships. Deep slow. That was the summer we drove to the Olympic Peninsula and it rained. I still remember the mists rising off the bejeweled piggyback plants, glistening on the forest floor, and the smoke blown by capricious gods in rings around the peaks. I still remember the smell of green and green and green, unlike any dry California gold I'd known. Not even our coastal redwoods held a growing candle to the forest cathedral, my family breathing in the grandeur, and the fresh air from a needled carpet slimed with banana slugs. I offered a slug to my doomed sister, who screamed and tattled. Not a lover of nature. I still remember it was the year I learned to water ski, but not in the deep, slow welling of motor oil and rot as I plowed the dark cold of Puget Sound, but later that summer in the chill of granite-infused melt, a rooster tail of crystal off my single ski, and no slugs whatsoever. Give me back that summer, even the tattling sister, once a water skiing champion, destined for deep, slow rotting in her bones. Uninhabitable. You can guess what this is about. All right. Coyotes roam the streets. It's the season. Coyotes roam the streets of frisson. Small, tingling, something wild watches from the shadows. A bomb of skunk warding them off, or the desiccated tail curled under the mower in the shed, tufts of coarse opossum quill, undigested. We are cat people, wild bird watchers, lovers of dogs, an urban family connected to other humans through water pipes, electric lines, cable networks. Easy to forget the world is nature too. Historical tide rises, dedicated to demarcating the ways we stand apart from the rest of the animals. We are different. We are lulled, a higher order. There, next to the undigested hair, the entitlement is astonishing. At night, our dreams fill with coyotes, hunting the streets full of animals like us. That's my time.
Wait, you got time for one more.
All right. Uninhabitable. The hotter it gets, the faster it burns. Mother operates her cold, careless physics and chemistry in a vast space of time, a random collection of molecules, a mote of dust and high wind. More than hurricane, it's Greenland melting, Antarctica falling into the Southern Ocean. Mother swamped by rising seas, the rich behind seawalls, the poor flee or drown. Zoning laws not enough. Coastal cities need reimagining. More than cutting down rainforests, it's mother's lungs and its animals, their viruses displaced, spilling over species. COVID at 1% mortality is nothing. Wait for Nipah virus at 50%, transmitted asymptomatically. Crimean Congo hemorrhagic fever leaping into Asian longhorn ticks, rampaging across our nation. Stay out of the woods, you'll bleed from everywhere. More than glaciers calving the size of Florida, it's every ton of CO2 making our planet hotter, riskier, deadlier. It's streets in Britain melting. It's Italy, Greece, Spain, Hawaii burning up. It's people without resources to protect themselves from heat, from drought, from deluge, from wind, from sickness. More than a hurricane gun launched by China, it's not stocked with nuclear weapons or talk. Climate apocalypse, the child of industrial nations, binge burning fossil fuels to build cities, fight wars, grow rich. It's wanton destruction of ecosystems, a clear and present danger. More than governments refusing funding, stalling legislation. We can have a habitable planet, but we can't have both. Is that it?
You got time for a short one.
Okay, a really short one. This was a COVID poem. COVID-19. COVID-19. Proof beer does not wipe out bacteria. Undid 19. It's the end of the world as we know it. Corvid-19. It's not avian flu. Turbid 19. It's the way the government responds. Lidded 19. Fake news and hysteria. Proquid 19. Screw the population. Pervert 19. Keep a cure under wraps. Calvert 19. It's not God's wrath. Covert 19. Stand up against the machine. Avert 19. We will manage the danger and downturn. Unhurt. We shall survive 20.
Wow.
Thanks.
So what you don't know that Anna hasn't told you is that she is a thriller writer, and she has just come back from Mexico where she has shot, was it Uzis?
I did that on Highway 37.
It's my story. It's my story. Really? On Highway 30. Okay. Anyway, so she's actually gone to the scene of the crime and been there, done that. Okay, and she's on her 8th.
I'm finishing the 8th.
The 8th in the series, and she will be available to tell you how to get in touch with her about that afterwards. Thank you. Thank you very much.